How's it going? Hope you're doing as good as I'm doing today. It was honestly a very, very nice day. Again, great even mix of solid ass lifting and some homosexual moments, and I quite frankly couldn't ask for anything better. The snatches felt really, really good. I was a lot whippier today than I thought I would be, because normally the day after my main snatch or clean and jerk day, the core gets a little wobbly, a little fatigued, but it felt really, really confident, which is nice because I didn't have as much pep as I wanted to have yesterday. Did not have as much whippage behind the bar. So I think I really made up for the effort today, at least in energy. I will say there was one rep that you might see, like on one of my working reps or during the working sets, I almost lost it behind my head because I whipped it so fucking fast. That was primarily because a homie had walked by me, and I was like, dude, imagine how cool they'll think I am if I whip this shit as hard as I fucking can. And yeah, and it just was not worth it for my low back. I'll tell you that right fucking now. It did not make the low back feel very fucking splendid. But we do the lifts that we feel like lifting, and I had fun, so that's what I really care about. And the wide majority of my reps were very, very clear and concise. The form was just kind of there. I will say the squats, on the other hand, did take it out of me a good fucking bit. I don't know what it was. They still felt great. I hit good depth, good form, good drive. But man, the low back fatigue caught up to me a little bit today, which, to be fair, full clean and jerk day yesterday of clean and jerks, front squats, and clean pulls makes a little bit of sense that my core, and specifically my low back, is going to be a bit burnt out. So I'm just happy I got to go through it regardless. The volume week is treating me the way I expect it to, and it does not care about my feelings, but we're fucking loving it because it's going to make my PR week twice as good and twice as deserving when I get there. Physically, I'll give it a very I can give it an 8.4 because snatches, again, were very nice. I felt pretty strong the whole way through and didn't feel like I slowed down much, other than the one that I kind of went absolutely ham on for no fucking reason. And the squats definitely took me out a bit, but I feel like I could have, I feel like I had the energy for heavyweight if I really wanted to push it. But again, it's volume week. We don't push this week because I don't want my low back to fucking explode when I do my rep maxes in about 2 weeks. Anywho, mentally, because that's the big one. I'm feeling a solid. Honestly, I'll just give it a flat 9. Just right on the dot. Primarily because this isn't meant to sound bad, but it's just one of those days where it kind of just felt like a nice, average, fun day, Not that makes it any less enjoyable of a day or makes me appreciate my experience less. It's more that I just kind of get to go in and do my thing and not really worry about a whole lot and just kind of do my thing as I always do. What also helped a lot with this was, man, I got some good friends. I feel like I try to express my gratitude toward my friends as much as I can, but I never really talk about it much here, or at least not specifically. But man, the amount of unnecessary compliments I get from my homies that they statistically, materialistically undeserved. They don't need to do it. I didn't ask for it, whatever. But man, my homies make me feel good, man. I had someone today. I always worry about if I'm talking too much because obviously I'm not going to let it impede the workout. But I know that sometimes people go to the gym to make sure they hone in on their craft and hone in on what they want to train. And I don't like getting in the way of that because I'm a big yapper, at least in between my exercises. And today I had someone literally tell me that one of my best attributes as their friend was being able to always have something to talk about. And I didn't really think about it that way because so many times I'm sitting here and I'm like, oh, I'm kind of just taking up their time. I don't want overwhelm them with what I'm doing. And I was like, oh shit, I didn't realize that until today, that it was really cool to look at it from his perspective, where it's not that I'm just spouting about a bunch of random bullshit and going off for no reason and taking up people's time. I'm like, actually, it made me feel like there was substance to what I was throwing out there, and that made me feel pretty fucking special. Even though, like, when it comes to like the quote-unquote real world or whatever, it like wouldn't have any actual value. It gives that good personal value, you know. It makes it feel, not that it's like it makes it feel worthwhile, but more so like it just kind of like drags even more of the passion out of like every conversation, you know. It feels fun to talk as much as we want to, you know. It doesn't feel like we're wasting time. It just feels like we're enjoying ourselves. And regardless of that, like, just being able to like have these people in my life appreciate me for me makes me like just appreciate what I'm doing twice as much, you know. Like, you can get so much passion for the things that you maybe don't have not enough, but you aren't at the point where you can fully appreciate what you're doing in your daily life. I'm telling you, if you put yourself in a positive environment with people that you know will actually uplift you without limitation, social obligation, stuff like that, then you're gonna do so much better. Like, I met a new guy today. Like, you know, I've never talked to him, but he was like, oh no, I don't want to take up your squat rack. And I'm like, dude, I love having people to squat with. Like, why not? I don't got another homie who's going to join me today, so you might as well hop on with me. And he was like, well, shit, when you put it that way, let's fucking run it, you know? And it's that little bit of encouragement to just, even though we don't know each other, we're just random strangers, we can have that short introduction, that small attempt at communication can go such a long way in the fact of making someone feel a little bit more accepted. Or like, I have zero context for what this guy's gone through in the day, and this little bit of appreciation or acceptance, positivity, whatever you want to call it, may have made him forget about the shit that he's gone through, or remember that being in the gym or just doing the stuff that he loves, being with the people that will appreciate him and uplift him, that's what's important today, you know? Being stuck on the shit that you being stuck on the things that negatively influence you in your daily life is never going to lead to you doing better. You know, you can rant all you want, but until you actually communicate and imagine the potential positives that can come out of a negative situation, you're not properly treating your mental health, you know? So when I see people coming to the gym and all I hear is, oh, my shoulder hurts, or my squat sucks, I don't feel as good as I used to be so much stronger, you're going to do worse because you're imagining yourself in the worst way. So being in a situation where, like, this is why I try to meet as many people as I can. I always tell people I like to have as many homies as I physically can have, which is hopefully limitless, but you never know. But like, for example, like when I went to Alabama for a month not too long ago, I met as many people as I could. I wasn't there for that long, and I had to come back to Orlando, but I loved the experience I had, and I'll be back there one day, and I'll have this whole group of people to uplift me when I get there, and I won't just feel isolated and alone, you know, because as much as I'm confident in my social skills, my communication skills, my positivity, it can be tough going to a new place and not having that just raw positivity that you're used to. You know, it's kind of similar how, or it's like it's like the double-edged sword of like how sometimes people will encounter basic positives so many times every day, like having food on your plate, having a gym to go to, having homies around, that they'll just see it as a neutral thing instead of a positive thing, and that leads to a lack of appreciation and a lack of, you could be much more passionate that way in general. But on the other end, man, I fucking lost it. I was cooking too hard. Don't worry about it. But all I'm meaning is that sometimes you get to those new places, and that first step can be so many times harder because you don't take that time to introduce yourself, to open yourself up to the possibility of even having that raw moment of positivity. And again, sometimes, like, I tell people this all the time, if you're stressed about a situation or communicating with someone about a certain stressful thing, it's all about how you present yourself. you know? If you go up to someone and you're just like fully neutral, or hopefully you're not negative towards someone you don't know, but if you go at someone with an attitude that isn't positive, then they're probably going to dish it back at you. You know, if you just go up to someone, it's like, oh, hey, nice to meet you. All right, cool, I'm going to go do my thing. Then there's no substance to the conversation. You don't really, like, that introduction is still better than nothing, but you want to have that, like, that you know, that visible appreciation of the encounter that just happened. You know, you want to go back and actually talk to that person again, and at the same time have that person want to come back and talk to you. You know, so that's how relationships are formed. So like every time I see someone I want to meet at a gym when it's somewhere I've never been before, and I just need some homies around, I just go up and I see the first guy that it's impressing me in the gym, or something that I think that I could talk to him about. And I was like, dude, that's a great squat. Like, look, the guy I met today, for example, I went up to him, I was like, dude, I will always appreciate a high bar ass to grass squat, because he was killing it and really pushing through. And he was like, oh, dude, thanks, man. And like that little spark of that little unnecessary compliment went such a long way to where we fucking yapped off for the next hour just squatting together. Like, we were literally yelling at each other like, yeah, like, you got it, man, let's go. It's just like, you know, it seems a little cringy on the outside, but it's like, it's fun. It's what gets you going. It's what makes you want to come back and do better and see these people again and maintain great relationships in positive environments. You know, a lot of times people become a lot more negative than they should be in their daily life because they surround themselves with people who stress them out. And it gets to the point where they interact with them so much every single day, where, like, similarly with, okay, this is what I was cooking with earlier, we're bringing it back. Similarly to how you can interact with so many positive things every day to where it becomes neutral, some people interact with negative people every day, and that also becomes neutral, and they just think that it's supposed to, that's what they expect to interact with. So they're okay with it, and they're just like, oh, whatever, it's fine. And it's not fine. You know, you as a human deserve to be around a positive environment that will make your life better. Not just for the materialistic, not just for the social, not just for the financial, but just for the personal, emotional, passionate gain. You know, it's all for you. You got to be selfish with the way that you treat people. So, you know, obviously, if you treat people like shit, they're probably going to treat you the same fucking way, and that's where toxic relationships build from. But if you treat someone with that random, unnecessary compliment that they didn't expect, that you didn't have to dish out, but you just felt like it, you know? You got over that little social hurdle, that first step that's really, you know, it might be hard to break the ice, but you just went up, dude, that was a really good lift. I'm very impressed with what you did today. Like, really good shit. That'll instantly spark a connection with almost any person, you know? Obviously, not everybody. I can't fucking generalize because I don't fucking know statistics and all that, but if you need some uplifting, just throw that compliment out there and see if they dish it back. And if they don't, whatever, time to move on to the next homie. You know, you are only gonna have as little homies as you attempt to make, you know? So if I stop talking to one of the homies that I met last week, I'm meeting 5 more. You know, because this is how I started college. I was pretty alone, and I spent my whole childhood being antisocial. And so when I got to college, I was like, okay, I don't like going out, but I'm gonna go out as much as I can, get as many contacts, and as many Snapchats, Instagrams, whatever, and I'm going to text all of them the next morning. Awesome to meet you. You know, it was great to get to make a new friend. I would love to hang out again. Let me know if you're interested. 9 out of 10 times, I'm not seeing them again. That's just how shit goes, especially in college. People move on. They got their own friend groups. Most people aren't trying to change who they hang out with on the spot like that, especially when drinks are involved. But that one guy or one girl that shows back up and dishes that positivity back at you, that's where the fucking relationships stem from. That's where your positive environment will stem from. It's not just being in an environment that will naturally make you better without you doing anything. You make your positive environment, you know? The gym didn't become my positive environment because I started working out or whatever. That's obviously part of it. But the reason the gym is such a positive environment for me personally is because of all the relationships and connections I made along the way that just want to support me, you know? Anyway, I digress. I'm starting to rant a little too much, so I appreciate you if you stuck around regardless. I love it I love getting to hear what you guys are up to and seeing how the lives and the lifts have been going. So let me know what shit's been like recently. And tomorrow you will see me. I got clean and jerk and bench. So the shoulders are going to be a bit fried, but that's what the conditioning's meant for. So I appreciate you sticking around, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.